Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, it is time for us to do a review on the Augason Farms Honey Cornbread Muffin Mix. Okay? And a real quick recap on this. I'm going to leave the link for this in the description and in a pinned comment. So if you guys want to take a look at the ingredients, all you got to do is click on that link and go take a look at it. All right, it shows you an ingredient list on the specifications. Because this has a lot of ingredients. When I was reading through the ingredients on this, it was almost like reading through the ingredients on cake batter. Okay, but a quick review on the specifications. It's got 36 servings. All right, so this container should make, if you follow the instructions, should make about 36 muffins. All right, okay. Each serving is 180 calories, of which 10 calories is fat. It's got 1 gram of saturated fat, 30 milligrams of cholesterol, 400 milligrams of sodium, 38 grams of carbohydrates, 1 gram of fiber, and 15 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of protein. All right. It's got a little bit of vitamin A, covering 4% of the daily recommended intake. It's got 4% calcium. It's got 8% iron and 0% vitamin C. Okay, now I did a little bit of the math with this, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, you know, I try not to get upset anymore now that I'm a little older, so I don't let the little things upset me. But when I purchased these about a week ago, I think they were like $15 or something like that, and now they're on sale for like $9.77. So I was like, man, I just bought these and now they're on sale. So depending on how good these are, I might be ordering some more. However, if you do the math, you're paying about 15 cents, between 15 cents and 16 cents per muffin. All right. So if you can make your own cornbread muffins or your own cornbread with bulk dry products that you purchase and you properly stored or packaged for long-term storage, then you may be better off doing that. But the reason for this right here is to show you guys what it looks like, and when I open the can, the process of making it, you know, by following the instructions, and giving you a non-biased opinion on what it tastes like once it's finally done. All right, so I'm letting you guys use my taste buds. All right, so I'll be telling you guys what it tastes like, and I'll let you know whether I recommend buying some more. So by the end of this video, I will know whether I am going to take advantage of the sale they got going on right now on Amazon or not. All right, so that's about it. I already opened the actual can with a can opener to make it a little faster, and this is what it looks like when you first open the can. So it's about I would say 4/5 of the way up. And I remember someone mentioned on the last video I did on the burgers, they were saying that the can was only about 3/4 full. But ladies and gentlemen, remind yourselves that when they sell these kind of products, they're not selling by volume. All right, so by volume, what I mean is by the can being full, or, you know, or the amount of the amount that can actually fit in the can. They're selling by weight. Okay, so what you're getting for $9.77 is 3 pounds and 15 ounces of product. Okay, that's what should be in there. So if I weighed this product right now, that's what it should weigh. Okay, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, let's do that. Let's weigh this product. All right, and I don't even think I have to stop the video because I already have a scale nearby, so stand by. All right, here we go. We've got a scale right here. I'm not sure how well you guys will be able to see. Well, actually it's backwards, but I'll pick up the camera and show you guys. So what we're gonna do is we're turning it on. I got my bowl here. I think everything will fit in here, but I've got to tear this. So let's go ahead, zero tear it. All right, so right now it's on kilograms. Let's put ounces. Okay, we've got it on pounds and ounces. And now I'm going to pour this in there. I'm going to take out the oxygen absorbers I don't think that should do anything to the weight, because the weight shouldn't include the oxygen absorbers. Okay, so far I only got 2 of them out of there. All right, let's start. I don't want to make a big old mess. Let's see. It actually smells pretty good. So like I said, this reminds me of a cake batter, which is probably kind of like what it is. It's just got cornbread in it. Or cornmeal, not cornbread, cornmeal. Oh man. Oh, there's another oxygen absorber in there. That's nice to see. They're actually putting more than just a couple in there. Sweet. Alright, it's all in there. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is empty. And you guys are going to be pretty happy. I know I am. I am extremely happy with what I see right now. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. But there is 4 pounds and just over a ½ ounce of product. Which means that they advertise 3 pounds and 15 ounces, all right? There's about 1.5 ounces more product than what they advertised. So I think that is a great deal. As far as the company having integrity and actually putting in there exactly what they show. So they are selling you what they're telling you that they're selling you, right? Now I'm going to have to get all of this back in here. You know what? Instead of doing that, I'm going to keep this over here. I'm going to get another bowl. Okay, we're going to get this out of here. So that's pretty awesome, huh, ladies and gentlemen? Pretty awesome. All right, so what the recipe calls for is for a batch of 12. I'm only making a batch of 6. So for a batch of 12, it's calling for 3 cups of the mix and 1.5 cups of water. All right. So I'm only doing 6. So I'm going to do 1.5 cups of the mix. That's 1. That's about 1.5 right there. Okay, now I'm going to get all this stuff out of the way. All right, I'm going to have to put that back in there later on. All right, and we need 3/4 cup of water. And all we have to do is just whisk that together. Let me get my fork here. It says that you can use a electric mixer. Obviously you can, but this shouldn't take too long because really this is not exactly like cake batter. All right, it's not. If you don't have to be afraid of leaving a couple little bumps in here or lumps in here. It's not that big of a deal. All right, and that's actually as easy as it is, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Now some people may be saying, can we use milk instead of water? I've made this with milk before. Come out just fine. All right. But really, it should come out good with just water, because those are the ingredients. Okay. Let me go ahead and pile this up into one little area here. All right, now we're going to fill our muffin. There's our muffin. We're going to fill these up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to cook these in a new wave. Okay, now it says to fill it up about 2/3 of the way. I'm cooking these in my new wave. I already know what settings I need to set my new wave at for muffins. In case one of you guys do have a new wave, I put these at power number 7. And I set it for about 18 minutes. All right. After 18 minutes, I come take a look at it. If they look like they're good to go, I throw a toothpick in there to make sure that they're cooked well. And Usually they are. A lot of the, the time can differ by a minute or two depending on where you live or depending. I might have put a little bit too much water in here or a tiny bit, not enough, So you guys just have to make sure that you use your equipment and that you learn what your equipment does. Because everyone's equipment is different. And even if you have the same kind of equipment, it's going to be different, especially depending on where you live. Altitude might have something to do with it. So you guys can either follow the instructions on the can exactly for the as far as what settings to have your oven at, and I'll tell you that right now for those of you that may want to know. Okay, let me grab the last little bit of that. I don't want this to go to waste. Okay. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am that cheap. I'm even going to scrape this. And I'm going to get as much product out of there as I can. I'm going to try to put as much in these guys as I can. Because I don't want any of this to go to waste. What's the sense? What's the sense paying for it if you're just going to flush it down the sink or in the garbage can, right? There we go. So now what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, on 3 of these, or on 4 of them, I am going to put some butter. I'm going to take a little cube just like this, right? And I'm just going to put it right on top. I'm not going to squish it in there or anything like that, okay? See, just a little cube. I'm just going to put it right on top. I don't want to squish it in there or anything. Just right on top. All right, I'm going to do that with 4 of them. And then I'm going to do 2 of them without, so I can give you a good, like I said, good, honest, unbiased review. This is normally what I do, though, when I cook muffins like that. And if you notice, ladies and gentlemen, I'm using the square, the square bars of butter. Because after I made that ghee the other day, I was like, how much butter do I have left in the freezer, after making this ghee? I'm like, I probably got to start picking some up when I see them on sale. I figure I had maybe 15 pounds of butter or something like that left. So I went back to my freezer and I started counting all the butter. And I still have 38 pounds. So I think I might be making another batch of ghee here pretty soon. I couldn't believe I have that much butter in there. That means that before I made that ghee, I had like 53 pounds of butter in my freezer. Oh, goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, here, check it out. So this says that you're going to bake it at 375 degrees for 14 to 18 minutes. All right, for those of you that might want to know how long you got to bake it for. Okay, so I'll be back. I'm going to go ahead and pop these in my New Wave. And like I said, if you have a New Wave, what I do is I put it at a setting number 7, power level 7, for about 18 minutes, okay? Now, when I say 18 minutes, it's really more like 16 minutes because it takes that New Wave about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes to get to full heat, all right? So like I said, you may want to, if you have a New Wave and you're doing it with your New Wave, like I am, you may want to play with those numbers here and there. It'll take you once or twice to figure out exactly where to set it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll be back here in about 1 or 2 seconds your time and about 22 minutes mine. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Let me give you a close-up of that. These came out pretty nice. Now these 2 right here, those 2 are the ones that I did not put a tab of butter on. But look at the ones that I put a tab of butter on. They look nice and crispy. So we're going to try these out. Let you know what these things taste like. Or give you a best representation of what it tastes like. Alright, so we're going to grab this one here. Now this one here is one of the originals. I didn't put any extra butter on this one. As you can see. Okay. So my timing was pretty good on that New Wave for any of you that do. I put it on power number 7 for 18 minutes. And I used the tall rack, not the short rack. Okay. So let me give this a smell. It smells like any cornbread would smell. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, let's go ahead and break this in half. And you know what? It looks a little yellow. This does have whole wheat in it. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure I read that the ingredient is whole wheat. No, it's not. No, it's not. It must be the other one. I was reading one of the Jiffy ones before I did this. That one's got whole wheat in it. All right, so the inside looks good. It cooked really well. I'm gonna give it a try. Ooh, this is still hot. It's nothing special. I mean, it's decent. It's a little bit dry, but I might have left it in there a little long. Maybe I should have put it in there for about a minute less. But there's nothing special about it. Now, like when I got really excited after I tried that black bean burger, to me that was, you know, something that was really good that I, you know, would say something about, because I've had black bean burgers before, and the ones that I made with the Augason Farm tasted better than the ones that I'd bought in the store before. And this doesn't taste any better or any worse. Oh, Little Miss Alaska Prepper wants to try a piece.
Yum.
There you go. So this here is not really, I wouldn't say it's any better or any worse than the stuff that you can buy at the store already that's pre-mixed, all right? Now, let's try out one of the ones that I put a tab of butter on the top.
This tastes like a muffin.
Yeah, Little Miss Alaska Prepper said it just tastes like a muffin, so pretty much what I said. So this one here is the one that I put the tab of butter on top. Okay, and this one looks really good. Let's take a look. Let's see if that little tab of butter did anything that would make this really good. Okay, that was nice. That was really good. Putting that little bit of butter on top really helped this keep a lot of this moisture. This is a lot more moist than the other one. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have this, or you plan on getting some, when you make it, make sure that you put a little bit of butter on top like I did. That makes it better by multiples, I would say. That makes it a lot better than just doing it without the butter. And you're going to love that muffin top because it's crispy. I don't know if you can hear the crunch coming out of my mouth. But if I were going to do anything to this, like if I were going to try to doctor it up, if I wanted to doctor it up a little bit and leave the same taste, I would add a little bit of sugar to the mix. But I myself have a sweet tooth, so I would add a little bit of sugar to the mix. I think it'll add a lot to the flavor. Now, if I were going to doctor this up to change the flavor complex or the flavor content, then what I would do is I would add a little bit of sugar and maybe a little bit of cinnamon or a tiny bit of molasses. I think that would make these really, really good. Maybe I'll try that on a different video. All right. So as far as it being a product on its own, I would probably give it about an 8.5 out of 10. All right. As far as being a product that you can probably package with bulk items, All right, like get your cornbread in bulk. Your cornmeal. Get your cornmeal in bulk. Get your flour in bulk, sugar and stuff like that, so you can make your own cornbread. It's not as cost efficient. However, everything has its purpose. There may be some people that don't have the room in their homes to buy in bulk and be able to make their own, all right? Or would just prefer the convenience of just getting something like this prepackaged where they don't have to package it for long term. All right. But as far as cost goes, you making it yourself, as far as storing it for long term or just buying it, I'm going to say that I'll give it about a 7 out of 10. Because although you can make your own from scratch really cheap, it's like I said, if you're going to buy in bulk, you're going to have to repackage it, and get additional items and all that kind of stuff. Whereas if you just bought it like this, it's one and done. You're done with it. Once you get it, you store it away, and that's it. So that's how I feel about this. But like I said, if it stood on its own, probably a 7.5 out of 10, I would say, on its own. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the review and you got something out of it. If you guys do want to try this out, I will leave my Amazon link on there for you to go check out, even if it's just to go take a look at the ingredients to see if you even agree with the ingredients in there. All right. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and call this one done. All right. So we'll talk to you later on. I'll try to post this by Tuesday morning. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to support the channel.
What? What is it you want me to see?
Tell the community members what they can do to support the channel.
Give this man money.
No, not give me money.
Yes, this is how you can support the channel.
Well, that's one of the ways, but I don't necessarily need money. There's ways.
Give him good advice. He needs it.
Well, that too, but there's ways that the community can support the channel by doing things that they already do.
If they already do these things, why would they do them?
But to do it to support this channel. Like, for example, ladies and gentlemen, if you click on my Amazon link, you will support the channel. It won't cost you any more. Do you use Amazon, Victor?
Yes.
Do you use my link?
I can buy things now.
Do you use my link?
I've been kicked out of every store now.
Do you use my link?
No.
Well, why don't you use my link? If you use my Amazon link, then the Alaska Prepper community is able to benefit from it because
my account is not allowed on YouTube.
Well, I use a lot of the revenue from Amazon. I use a lot of the Amazon revenue to give back to the community by doing giveaways.
You give back to these people?
Yes! They're my community members. Of course I have to give back. Didn't you enter the last giveaway I had?
No.
Well, you should enter the next giveaway. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to do this giveaway. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for the distraction.
Everything should be free. This is how it is in Mother Russia.
No, everything is not free. Even if people tell you it's free, it's not free. So
it's definitely free.
Finish telling the community how they can support the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, you can support the channel by using the Amazon link. It doesn't cost you any more. You can also support the channel by letting one or two of the ads that come up during the videos run through so that our channel can be credited with that ad. If you press the skip button, do you ever press the skip button?
Yes, every time your video pop up.
Why are you
every single time? Garbage. Garbage channel. I would not support.
Why will you
dismiss this video? Do not use.
If you don't press the skip button, it gives the channel a little bit of revenue so that I can do giveaways. I like doing giveaways because it allows new preppers to get some cool stuff that they can use for their prepping endeavors. Do you understand that? That's why I like to do it.
You take this revenue and instead of buying vodka,
I'm not going to buy vodka with it.
You give to these people who definitely will not use to buy vodka.
Well, they don't get the money. They get an actual prize in the mail. I have it mailed to them.
I sell it. Buy vodka.
Well, here's another way. I know you like precious metals, right? You say you like silver for making silver bullets to kill werewolves.
Kill werewolves.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the market to buy some precious metals, please take a look at my SD Bullion link below. Every time that you register to SD Bullion, the channel gets some credit for that as well. And the revenue that I'm going to get from SD Bullion, if anyone registers with them, I'm going to use to give away silver. What do you think about that, Victor? Do you
Alright,
want to use my
silver.
SD Bouillon link so you can buy yourself some silver?
Silver sounds nice. It does.
You like the
indeed.
silver? Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you can dig in your pockets, you're more than welcome to do a super chat during our live chats. And you can also buy me a coffee by taking a look at the link down below. Do you like coffee, Victor?
Coffee. What is this coffee?
You don't know what coffee is?
Coffee.
You just like, do they have coffee flavored vodka in Russia?
They have what?
All right, we're going to go ahead and leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. So remember to be good to each other, because when good people do good things,
Good things happen.
remember to reach one, teach one.
Repeat this. When good people do good things,
No,
good
no.
things happen.
Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place. Very
Yes,
good.
there we
And
go.
you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper,
And Victor,
and we're out.
goodbye.